Welcome everyone, my name is Steel Ring, and this is what it's like to be an average gamer. Yeah, so this is just my thoughts video. So I hope you're having a good day, I hope you're having a good week. If you're watching, listening, or returning, I thank you a lot. And with that, let's get into it. So starting out, like one of the biggest problems I've seen so far is literally the UI always likes to tell me when someone's popping up online, like, hey, like, they're online, right? Like, I've tried going in settings, trying to figure out, like, hey, what's the issue, or, like, how can I have it not notify me about that, right? One of the other big issues on it is that, like, say I tab out real quick to, come over here and click record and stop record, it mutes all audio and there's no sound for it. So like if I come over to settings and I come over to audio, like its main sound effects, music, everything else like that, the voiceover issues, like streamer mode enabled is like cool and all, but now I have no music to listen to. So like, yeah, I could put my music on, but I don't get to hear, like, hey, like, you guys don't get to hear the music inside videos because they all get demonetized. Another issue is like playing on mouse and keyboard is like, if I plug in my keyboard right now, which I'm going to do, right? I just plugged in my keyboard. I'm going to get off. My character automatically gets into a roll, right? Unless I start walking as soon as I stop, right? I get on my board, okay, cool, right? As soon as I get off my board, no matter what, automatically into a roll. Like, playing on a computer, most people want to have their keyboard plugged in, especially if they're going to type something, look something up real quick, everything like that. Kind of gets annoying unplugging and replugging the keyboard back in when you need it. Because I unplugged it, guess what? I'm up. Right. Once again, like my buddy Mark is online, it's going to constantly pop up, and I don't even think half the time they're even online. I've gone through the EA section trying to figure it out, and looked on the thing. It's like, hey, I muted it. I click like don't notify me. I click I'm invisible on EA, or like offline on EA, and it still pops up. Those are the handful of things that, when it comes to the settings and minor things. Some of the bigger issues that I have is like, we come over to apparel, right? Like, looking at my character, I made him short on purpose, right? The character look is just like, hey, it's very feminine for a male, right? Even whenever you go up into a height, it's like a more feminine stance. I have nothing against like femininity or a build or any of that for any type of male or female, but when you go and you look at each structure, this is the most manliest man. But if it's like, hey, this is what I look like in real life, I'm not bulk and stocky, I'm not super skinny, I have my muscle where it goes, right? But if I start putting chest, it's like automatically I have the body shape of a man, but now I have chesticles, right? And it's like, even if I was like, be like, yeah, I want a little bit of pec, right? As soon as you get to a certain part, it's now looks like I'm wearing a training bra. Same thing with like, you come to the back, like, yeah, I want to be thick, but like, I don't need a BBL.
If you've made it this far, then maybe think about possibly subscribing,
hips, right?
liking, and commenting. Hope you have a great day.
The stomach. I can't go and any of that. Facial structures, right? Like a lot of these facial structures, when we change them, like it's presumably supposed to be a male, but they're very curvy. Same thing with hairstyles. A lot of the hairstyles is like, you got John Wick, some braids, a crew cut, the old Sean from Boy Meets World, the popular skunk cut, and a comb over, bald, and fade, and then curly front. But then a lot of it is, unless I want to look like a little pump, it's genetically a lot. Like there should be a little bit more options for, hairs and stuff like that. Eyebrows are eyebrows. But then when you come over to the eyes, like everything in some type of way, they all have eyeliner. Like every single one like has a hint of eyeliner all around the eye, which is very weird. Noses are noses, mouths are mouths, but like a lot of them are very plump lips. Like, why do I gotta have plump lips? And then these are the choices for facial. There's no light scruff, there's no other style of mustache, and then voices, right? I don't want any on the character because it's all there. But now, like the style of clothing, well, I did change my appearance. I did make them a little bit higher, right? But coming back into it, my skater somehow still has really baggy clothing. Really baggy. Like, I'm wearing a tank top that's meant to be like, fit shirt. All the shirts are big and bulky. And then crop tops are big and bulky. All the jeans, like the shorts are shorts. They look like shorts, but shorts look like these pants, they look like they're massive on the hips. And then shoes are shoes, nothing's wrong with the shoes. Just no brand shoes or anything like that. You gotta unlock them, which is in the shop. In the shop you could pay to get some clothing items like Dime or Dickies, or like you come into the Dickies bundle, big clothing. Me growing up, I did skate, and I predominantly wore a lot of pants like this, like skinny jeans or any type of jeans that were plaid or any type of way like that. And cosmetically, I wish I could just choose how the pants fit. That's probably one of my big things about it. And you have a bunch of this monetization in here. I get it, the game wants to make money because it's going free to play and everything else, but it's 99% of shoes are slip-on flats. Right? You got these super looking high tops. They're not sky tops, but high tops look like Supras, some type of way. And then on top of that, you go. And then these are the closest things I could get to skinny jeans. Is literally leggings. If I want to have a board with certain art, I gotta buy it. Other than that, you gotta hope to get them out of these types of boxes. And the one that I have a check mark on, that's not a board, that's grip tape. So in your first box that you unlock, that you can unlock stuff from, it's essentially just grip tape. The first name brand item is in the second box, and it's girl wheels. It's not a girl deck, not a girl grip tape or any of that, just girl wheels. Fourth box is you got a Thrasher hat, and that's it. Everything else is just, hey, like, no names, no nothing. And then fourth box is like, oh, look, an actual pair of skate shoes for Vans, right? Yes, the pink shoes, they look like Converse, but they don't have the Chuck Taylor symbol on it or any of that. But, you know, it's like, oh, let's hope to open it. So, like, let's open it and see what we get, right? Look at that. I got the Vans, you know. So, first pair of actual skate shoes in here that I've gotten, so I'm gonna clip them. I predominantly wear, like, say, like S. I wear like Nike SBs. I wear Jamie Foy's, like, you know, New Balances. You know, I have an old pair of Fallens I got, you know, not even last year, like the Fallen Reapers. I got some old Audioses. I got plenty of other types of shoes, and like I get like they want to not pay brands to be in their game, but a handful. But like for people who skate, like we kind of want to see more of those brands and those boards in there, right? So like accessories, I get a hat, but I can't change the hat. I can't rotate the hat. I can't have it on backwards. It's a normal regular fitted cap. Beanies sit above the ear, can't double. Like all the beanies are going to look like this. And most people who wear beanies while skating have a double roll over the top of the ear, right? Or like go with the standard helmet. Okay, cool. Right? But you wanna express yourself, but you can't express yourself that well. Socks are socks. They're, you know, so far they all just been high socks. That's really it. Like crew socks, knee socks. No name boards. Essentially, you just get board colors, and then you get grip tape patterns, and then you get grip tape colors. Like, cool, you know. I run Shake Junt or Grizzly on my decks. And then trucks, no name trucks, like I got, you know, not even like a independent or a tensor or any of that, right? And it's just like, okay, well, you know, they are just trucks at the end of the day. It really doesn't matter. Like, they hold you on the board. But the thing is, like, people have the memories with specific ones. I had a pair of tensors on my old Deathwish Shake Junt board that literally was on there for, I had those trucks for about 12 years before they finally exploded. And it's like, man, I just want a pair of tensors on here. I want to have my board, you know, I want to ride my real board. Nowadays I have like the Big Boy Foy Deathwish deck where, you know, it's the Big Boy Burger. He's holding the sign, you know, with some Richta wheels and some tensor trucks and Shake Junt bearings, you know, with a Shake Junt grip tape. And on top of that, you come in, you could add stickers onto the board. So like most boards you're going to get are blank boards from what I've seen now, unless you purchase real boards. But it just all depends on if that real board brand is there at the time and if you're willing to spend the money on it. Costumes, I don't have any to show off anything for costumes. Spectation socials, I can see who's skating all around if I wanted to, right? Like while going everything, I come over here and I can watch them. Like I click on their stuff, see what they're doing, see where they're at, see if they're doing a challenge, see if they're playing by themselves, see if they're joinable. And you get to customize your little banner a little bit, see who your friends are, see who, you know, you got any requests or search for people and doing some settings, and come in. Say like, hey, you want everyone to see, you don't want anyone to see. You want to be part of it, you don't want to be part of it. Up here, editing the card, you could, little titles, tags, and banners. Unlock them as you unlock them. Like, do challenges, get stuff done. Right, like down there, the next rip score unlocks a, next title and another banner. Right. Going on to doing, let's say, doing some challenges. A lot of things are pretty simple. Collect bearings, total temp score, and tricks. Right, half time you can do all of it before you even.
Low key. I'm thinking you'll crush it.
Before you could do a lot of stuff, like I am going to have to come and do the settings, but see, during a challenge you can't go into your settings. So I'm going to get this challenge done, do some simple tricks, because we just have to do 5 tricks and then bail on purpose, right? So essentially a lot of these challenges are pretty simple. Hey, follow the line, do some tricks, and get a point score. I am failing on purpose. I'm just doing it so I can have it shown that, hey, it doesn't really take long to get a lot of this done. Right? You just, after that, once you're like, oh, I got all my tricks done, okay, well, follow the bearings. It's good for getting to know the game, it's good for getting to learn the game, but I would like to see it that, hey, down the line, like, it's, you're performing a line, and like, hey, do these certain tricks, or, like, oh, do like, say like, oh, do a couple pop shove-its, or, do 360 shove-its, do some nollies, do some, whatever, do like simple things like that, right? Oh, like, oh, to get off of here, right, you could sit here and do a foot plant. Like, get up, oh man, boom, there we go, judo foot plant, called day. Another crazy thing that I don't like that isn't in here is you cannot coffin ride. I've tried figuring out how can I, what can I do, how do I do it. The old buttons for hippie jumping was boom, there we go, X and A, easy days, so we can still hippie jump, so that's cool. The coffin riding is not really there anymore, and it's kind of depressing. You don't have any races in here that I've seen so far. You don't have any, there's no Hall of Meats because there's new technology in it that skaters don't get hurt anymore. And it's kind of wild that it's like, hey, we don't have a Hall of Meat anymore, right? But we do have these new challenges, which the game's about skating and its skate community and everything else in that type of situation, but for some reason we have to do aerial stunts, and this is going to show you what I mean. So like here, I'm supposed to do a slam distance, into slam a dumpster, hit the top of the skate shop roof, and all above in one attempt. Like, one attempt, right? So essentially it's get up, bail, and then you have to, there's no point in me riding the board. But it's literally, oh hey, like, Spread eagle here. It was meant to be skateboarding, and Hall of Meat was the juice of that, you know? And a lot of these, they take multiple attempts, and it's just like, okay, well, I just spent like, you know, an hour trying to complete a mission for what? Has nothing to do with skating, has nothing to do with, you know, any of that. It's just has nothing. Like, this is actually me trying to do this because I don't like doing these. It's kind of annoying. I'd rather have like actual like challenges, you know, that aren't me skydiving to not see how many bones I broke. Just get it done real quick and kind of proves my point, right? Like, alright, well, I did this challenge, it's over. Cool. I guess I'd like, I click out of the game while it's in the menu real quick, and all the audio goes away. Click back into it, comes back. Now I'm up here, and now I have to skydive off. Sometimes it'll reset you. I will now permanently have this around me for half the time. Sometimes it resets you for being like, hey, you bailed up there. You know, like, go back up there. But having those old Hall of Meat moments, that'd be pretty good to have back. And the game does like to glitch, so anytime I'm there now, I now have that around me because of the challenge. It's still in early access as of right now. Hopefully when it comes out, it gets cleaned up, because it kind of is annoying. There are some funny glitches in here. So I could belly slide when I spread eagle and just keep belly sliding around. I could swap it up. I could roll. I could harsh slam by not being anywhere. Right, bam. Like, all I did was jump and spread eagle, and I get to penguin slide everywhere. It is pretty fun. There's that constant my friend being online. So, getting around places, if you do want to get around faster, roll and just literally tap A, and you're going to go faster than what you could sprint. You'll pick up a lot of speed. You know, it is great for moving around if you want to get somewhere quicker. If you're like, oh, I don't want to skate there and have any fun, boom, you know. There was a point in the early access, or the early portion, I did go into a car that was just parked. I was sitting here trying to see something. I went up to it like this, held down, and I went straight into it and went through the map, and I could not reset my character after that. It was not that cool. It was kind of annoying. But yeah. Well, sometimes game does put you in a little bit of blunt stalls and stuff like that. That's all good. It's not a big issue. I am slamming a lot. Yeah, so like right now, because I have that dot under me everywhere I go, it's literally like, hey, you know, here's that audio. I do need to come to settings again because audio, streamer mode enabled, but yet for some reason I'm still hearing music that would get me in trouble. Right? And come back in, reset it. So with that, that's a lot of my like bad takes on it, right? Now we get in my good takes. I know I talked a lot of bad takes and everything else, but
Lining up for a line challenge?
during
Good
this next
idea.
challenge,
The line
I'll
is
talk
quite
about some
short.
other things.
Like no one.
A lot of good things about this game is that, one, it is a skate game, right? I still love the movement of being able to, like, you know, play, you know, flick, everything like that. I did play Skater XL, or Session, not Skater XL, while waiting on, you know, hopefully a new skate game to be announced. So yeah, like the city is predominantly just, hey, go skate, you know, go have fun, go crazy, things like that. Like there is a big, like, customizable thing to it. There is a flow in every type of area that you go. Like even right here, this little wall to, you know, a quarter pipe, stuff like that. It's there's a lot of things to always do. Bringing up the map, you know, zoom out. And you look, these challenges get refreshed daily. So like it's always like, hey, during that time, you're able to go and just go skate, go skate, go skate, right? A lot of these are going to say, hey, I completed them because I completed them within a 24-hour period, and they just haven't refreshed yet. Is it a game that you should give 24-hour attention to? No, I don't think there's anything about this that's like, yeah, let's truly make it a live service game, right? And I think that, you know, when you're wanting to skate and you're wanting to, you know, feel the sticks and get the tricks in, that's when you should play it. But to grind it out and be like, hey, I want to, you know, 100% this game, at no point in time is anyone going to 100% it. I don't really see a lot of big major flaws with it, right? Like, I see that there are things that should be fixed. There are plenty of things that they could have did better. But overall, I would say if I was going to rate this game like out of 10, and I'm not one of those critics or someone who rates games and is like, yeah, I 100% it in this amount of hours, and you know, this is my critique on the full thing. It's just, hey, like, I like to play games and I've always enjoyed skate and I enjoy skating. So yeah, overall I'd probably give it like a good solid 7 out of 10. I'd say there could be a lot of things to be improved, as in the characters, the equipment, how clothes are, things like that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm happy that I get to flick the stick around. Happy I get to skate around again and have a grand old time doing some cool lines and stuff like that. I will probably post a few videos here and there on skate, just talking, yapping, whatever. This will be my only thoughts video unless a major update comes out and a lot of things are fixed that I've talked about, and then I would probably give an updated thoughts video on that. But with all that being said, I thank you for watching. Thanks for, if you made it this far, at least, for listening to me rant. And with that, I am going to go let you enjoy your day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having fun. And I hope you have a good one.